Today we're going to get a bit nerdy and we'll be looking at clips from Oprah's podcast where a neuroscientist and a world-renowned ecologist reveal what exactly or actually goes on inside your dog's brain. I'm going to break down their three massive discoveries and share my thoughts about dogs and wolves, the love that dogs share with us, and our connection to animals, and show you the scientific proof of why using treats for training dogs is holding your dog back from truly bonding with you. But also imagine this, you're standing in your kitchen holding a piece of chicken trying to get your dog to sit. They do it, but the second the chicken is gone, they're gone too. You look at them and think to yourself, do you actually respect me, or am I just a walking vending machine to you? And I'm sure it hurts to feel like your dog only values you for what's in your pocket. We'll talk about that, plus we will talk about what it means to have a dog that is closely related to wolves. So lots to cover, but before we get started, if you are struggling with your dog and your dog completely ignores you and your training rules, make sure to download my Stubborn Dog Survival Guide. It'll give you a realistic daily schedule and actionable steps to start transforming your life with your dog today. The link is right below this video in the description. Now let's dive into the lesson of the day. So more than 20 years ago, I brought home my very first dog, a Beagle named Jonah. And unsurprisingly, he turned my world upside down. I wasn't prepared for the realities of raising a high energy hound. I didn't know how to train him, how to control him, or how to stop him from completely ruining my life. Desperate for answers, I did what everyone does. I signed up for your typical dog training classes, but immediately I noticed a strange pattern. Every single class relied heavily on using treats to bribe the dog into listening. It was treated as the only solution. This didn't sit well with me. And to make matters worse, Jonah completely threw me a curveball in the system. He didn't care about treats at all. He was not food motivated. So I had to find a way to get my Beagle to respond without relying on a pocket full of hot dogs. I looked at the typical options available at the time, which were dominance-based alpha training, clicker training, and balance training, just like today. But every single one of them had a major drawback. I didn't want to play the alpha dictator to my dog, just didn't fit my personality. Clicker training felt like adding unnecessary tools, the clicker, and confusing treat delivery system. And balance training relied far too heavily on aversive tools and corrections that felt mean. So I set out to discover something different. That's when I discovered and developed the play and praise method. It isn't what the mainstream corporate training world talks about, but it's aligned perfectly with my personality and my dog's true nature. Today I want to show you some of the foundational philosophy of my training method, which I have discovered 20 years ago, that has helped hundreds of dog owners around the world to get great results with their dog today. Let's learn the science behind it and why it will completely transform your relationship with your dog. Let's start by looking at the foundational error we make in how we view animals first.
You believe that animals are different but not less than us.
Mm-hmm.
What do we need to unlearn about our relationship to animals?
Yes. Well, I've been with animals my whole life. I've had them, cared for them, trained them, been with them. And yet we raised this little wild owl, and I was so surprised at her relational capacity. She would sometimes come over and want to be stroked and lean into it just like our dogs do. And I was saying, of all people, why am I surprised? Why don't I know? I think I'm tuned in, but why don't I know that these creatures have these capacities for relationality, which they have. They have that with their own families and their own lives.
You knew that because you had written Beyond Words.
I thought so. I thought so. But this was the proximity, the closeness, the mutual seeking of the pleasure of physical contact with me and a baby owl that we raised.
Yeah, I
really
saw that
surprised me.
moment where you first touched her and she goes,
Yeah. It's unbelievable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, it's nice, right? Oh, yeah. So I thought, well, why did we alienate ourselves from the whole rest of this living planet? And I thought, well, are we just not intelligent enough beings? Or are we taught our disconnection?
We're taught that we have dominion over the animals, and therefore we think that.
That's a huge part of it, therefore we think that
we're more powerful and we're better. Yes, definitely think we're better.
There is more value to us than there is to the rest of the world. The whole rest of the world is here to serve us, to yield to us.
Instead of we're all a part of the animal kingdom.
We are in a huge network of relationships on a miraculous planet. But if you think of what love feels to us when we love someone, we feel that we want to be close to them, right? And so, just for instance, in our house, our dogs are never given any kind of a treat or fed or anything like that upstairs in the bedroom. But at night, they come upstairs. Why? Because they want to be near us. When I'm in my riding cottage, our dogs frequently leave the house, come up the little path to the riding cottage. They hang out. Why? Because they want to be near me. I want to be near them too, because I love them. That's what love feels like. And yeah, that's love.
And that's how you know it's not just looking for a treat. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you say that our pets show us how to be better than we are. What does that mean?
Well, I think, because people are very complex and people are sometimes a little duplicitous and people are not always honest with themselves or each other. But our dogs are what you see is what you get. They are loyal. They are forgiving.
Mm-hmm.
They always want to get past it and get beyond it. They always want to make up. They are very fierce when they feel that we are being threatened. And, if we could just be straight shooters, loyal, always want to get past our troubles, defend what we love and defend our people and our place, that I think that we would be a little better for it. And the dogs in that way show us a way to do that.
So Dr. Carl Safina explains that he was surprised by the capacity for rationality in animals, especially that even a wild owl that he has raised would seek out physical contact, such as leaning into touch, much like dogs. He emphasizes that this mutual seeking of physical pleasure highlights a deep capacity for bonding between humans and animals. So this is why play and praise is an important tool that can be used to not only reward dogs, but to improve our bond and the relationship that we have with our dogs. Regarding how pets help humans be better version of themselves, Dr. Safina notes that people can be complex, whereas dogs are what you see is what you get. By being loyal, forgiving, and maybe even protective. And if humans model and copy these behaviors that dogs do, it would make us better people. Dogs simply demonstrate the value of living in the present, in the moment, as they do not dwell on past mistakes or future worries. Maybe we should be more like dogs than humans until we have developed peace on earth.
So I thought, well, one thing about dogs is they're kind of designed animals, and I'm really interested in nature, and I'm really interested in evolution, and what life really is and how it really works, right?
Mm-hmm.
And dogs are sort of designed. Like, you want a little lap dog, you make one. You want a hunting dog, you make one. You want a guard dog, you make one. All these different breeds. You want something that's going to go swim in the water and retrieve things, you make one. So I thought you can't really learn much about nature and real life, what it really is, from dogs. Then two things happen.
Because our culture has domesticized dogs.
Domesticized and just made them what we want them to be. Like, we make everything. Like, we make chairs the way we want chairs and cars the way we want cars. I figured we made these animals the way we want them.
Yeah.
So then what happened was kind of odd. First of all, we had a baby raccoon whose mother had gotten hit by a car. They had a den in a tree in our yard. This emaciated baby raccoon fell out of the tree, and we were raising this baby raccoon. And they're very, very playful. They're bad pets. I don't recommend it. You need to know a lot about animal behavior to be safe around raccoons. So I don't recommend it, but they're fantastic animals. And as soon as this little thing got healthy and got to the point where it was very playful, it started to do the exact same play bow that dogs do. Front paws down, rear end up in the air, inviting you to play. And I thought, whoa, that's not even a canid. That's the same behavior dogs do. That means that these dogs have a lot of really ancient stuff still in them. Oh, I better pay a lot more attention to dogs. Same
really?
time,
So that position is what do you call that position? When the paws are in front?
Play bow.
Yeah.
The play. It's so ancient that it predates even the canid lineage. Okay, in the canid lineage, so there are carnivores. Raccoons are one among many, and then there are canids like foxes and coyotes and wolves, and then there are dogs. Dogs' only ancestors are wolves, right?
Right.
Okay, so this play bow predates all of that. It's this ancient thing, and I realized, whoa, these dogs, there's a lot of really genuine, authentic stuff still in there. I better pay a lot more attention
to the
than
dogs.
I have been.
Yes.
Because I pay a lot of attention to wild animals.
Yes.
Right? But I was paying,
okay. You thought they were too domesticated for you to pay any attention to.
So then I went to Yellowstone because I was going to write about wolves. And I see wolves. And what I realize is that wolves live in nuclear families, what we call a pack. It's mom and dad wolf, and they're young ones of maybe the last 2 or 3 years. After that, when they get to be adolescents, late adolescents, young adults, they leave to go find their footing in the world, just like our children are supposed to do, right? Like we did. So the young wolves look to the mom and dad wolves. What are we doing next? What are we doing now? Are we sleeping for the next 6 hours? Are we going to go hunting? Are we going to move over the ridge to the next valley? Mom and dad, tell us what we're going to do now. The young wolves are always looking to their parents, and they play, they wag their tails, they do with each other so many things that dogs do in our homes and in our families. And so what I realize is that what dogs are, really, they're wolves in arrested development. They never quite become full adults to the stage where they say, I have to leave. I have to go find my own place in the world.
Yes, because they're dependent upon us for food.
So they stay dependent on us.
Yes.
Whereas if you raise other wild animals, really wild animals, like that raccoon, for instance.
Or if you took in a wild wolf.
Or if you took in a wild wolf, or if you raise wild cats, they get to adolescence. Before adolescence, they're playful, they're friendly, they never hurt you. At adolescence, they get a little cranky and they leave because they are geared to go find their own life. And the dogs never do that. They are wolves in arrested development. That's my conclusion from watching all this stuff and thinking about it a lot for a lot of years.
So this utility mindset that Dr. Stefano talks about is exactly what is wrong with modern dog training. When people treat a dog like a machine or an object, they rely on mechanical fixes by using shock collars, prong collars, or constant treat bribing to force an input and output behavior. They view the dog as an object to control rather than an intelligent, rational being. If you want to permanently fix a behavioral problem, you have to stop trying to control your dog and start trying to connect with your dog. And the section that he talks about the wolf family busts the aggressive old school alpha dominance myth. Your dog doesn't want a dictator. They need and they want a calm, stable, parental figure. Think about it. When you step outside and your dog panics, lunges or pulls on the leash, it's because they don't see a parent who has the situation under control. They are looking to you to answer the question, what are we doing next? If your only response to their anxiety is blank wall of frustration or piece of cheese, therefore you will fail the parent test. So be a parent figure to your dog and not a confused, aggressive, unreliable dictator.
Well, I want to bring in Dr. Gregory Burns. He's a neuroscientist who spent a decade studying the brains of dogs using groundbreaking MRI research. Welcome, Dr. Burns. Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Great to be here.
You wrote a New York Times bestseller called How Dogs Love Us. Tell us how you were able to prove that our dogs love us.
Well, I'm a neuroscientist, and so I view behavior and everything through the lens of the brain. And so about 11 years ago, I started a project where we trained dogs to go in MRI scanners, awake, unrestrained, and just a thing that they did. It was originally a project I didn't know if it could be done. In fact, everyone I told thought this was a ridiculous idea. Basically broke down the whole process of going into an MRI for a dog's perspective. And I built a simulator that I kept in my basement, a big tube. And just over the course of many months, I slowly acclimated my dog, Callie, to going in this tube. And then I taught her how to put her head in a little chin rest. And we made little earplugs because, of course, they're very loud. And I started playing recordings of the sound an MRI makes just in the background when we're playing and having fun. And just put all these steps together just very slowly and very gradually. And in essence, just made a game out of it for her because she doesn't know what an MRI is.
Right. So what did you find out through this process?
So, of course, everyone wants to know if their dog loves them. That was what I wanted to know as well. Is it just the treats? Is it some kind of bond that they have beyond that?
Or is it dependency? Is it like, you can't get along without me, so you have to be nice to me?
It could be. Yeah, it could be any of those things because they can't speak to us and tell us what they're thinking. So my idea was just, let's go look in their brains because we know essentially what their brain looks like. They have many of the same basic structures that we do. And so we focused on the reward parts of their brain and asked a very simple question. When we show a dog a treat or the prospect of a treat, we're going to see activity there. That's what Pavlov discovered 100 years ago. But then the question is, what about when there's no treat? What about when just person is there, when their owner is there and they just say, good girl or good boy? What does that do? And what we found was for the majority of dogs, about 3/4 of the dogs, it was equal response to both of those things. The dogs valued that praise and just being around their person as much as food. And for about 1/4 of them, they actually valued it more, the praise.
Wow. And so what has doing all this work taught you about the significance of our dogs in our lives?
Well, I agree with Dr. Safina that they evolved to be with us. They are our first friends. They are the first animals who, in essence, chose to be with us. And so they are very well suited to our lifestyles. They are probably the most successful animal on this planet besides humans, because there's roughly one dog for every 10 people on this planet. That's a lot of dogs. And that speaks to their success in kind of hitching their wagons to us.
Yeah, which one to say, Doc?
Another huge interesting thing about that is that everywhere people have ever gone, dogs have been there with them. So we seem to have valued their presence in our lives as much as they value our presence in theirs. They seem to be these companions that we don't want to go across the ocean in outrigger canoes without dogs. We don't want to travel to Australia 60,000 years ago without dogs. I mean, it's really unbelievable. The Arctic, dogs are everywhere people have gone.
That's fascinating.
Dr. Gregory Burns literally just proved using MRI scans that for the vast majority of dogs, your voice, your authentic validation, and your emotional bond are biochemically equal to or entirely more powerful than a piece of food. When you use play and praise, you aren't bypassing motivation. You are tapping into the absolute highest tier of their brain's natural reward system. So next time you want to reach out for a piece of chicken or treat, think twice and remember what you just learned and discovered. You can get results such as this by using play and praise.
Well, like right now, we're having a phone call. She's quietly sitting, sleeping, I think, on the floor nearby, and is a lot more manageable. I think she really is a lot happier than she was before, with structure and with this approach. Well, obviously, play and praise makes a big difference, and not using treats. That was a big breakthrough. Using the leash and keeping her on leash a lot more, and of course the 5 essential elements or 5 essential needs, which I do on a regular basis throughout the day, a couple times a day. That routine has helped stabilize my relationship with the dog.
The science is clear. Your dog is hardwired to want a deep relationship with you, not a transactional business deal. So if you're ready to finally step into that calm parental leadership role and build real focus without the bribes, click the link below to apply for my online coaching program. And if you're not quite ready for being coached, but want a clear roadmap for your high energy, independent, misbehaving dog, make sure to grab my free Stubborn Dog Survival Guide down in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the MRI study in the comments below, and I'll see you in this video.